Okay, so far you learned all the basic stance, Kim-Yo-Ma, all the hand techniques, different types of palms, shapes, different types of fist shape, the different tools for defense, and some for offense. Now, in general, Wing Chun Kuen, it has many different variations, many different families, but all have the same idea of using the formula and build up from the foundation. And end of the day is really like how to defend yourself, not to get hit, and possibly hit the other guy, i.e. finishing the battle without ever injuring yourself. Okay, so sometimes most people, when they mistakenly thinking the drill bit is application. Drill is drill. It's different from application. You need to learn at the beginning. You need to learn the drill, for example, how you grip the stances. But when you face an opponent, you can't do it in frontal on. It's too exposed, and you easily get hurt by someone kicking you in the groin, for example. So, drill is good. You learn the technique through learning by memory. So once your muscle get memorized to move, then you can execute the certain technique. As you get better, it becomes natural. So then you go add on the movement and add on your common sense how to deal with situations, and that's the idea of martial arts. You can't just rely on dry learning. Once you know all the intricate bits, yeah, you got to put it into practice. Okay, so that's the idea of learning Kung Fu. Hello. Today we're going to have a look at the different shape of the palm, or relatively different type of palm strike. First of all, a palm is a very simple one. Some people hold it quite tight, like this, very similar to a karate chop. Now, the palm strike palms are hit with the whole surface of the palm. Yeah. So normally that will be, if the finger point to the ceiling, that will classify or under group of vertical palm strike. Now, others when you hit the palm will be horizontal, called a wanzhou. Yeah, so it's like the palm fingers point 90 degrees on this side. Yeah. Now the palm strike, if you tense up the palm fully, i.e. flexing backward, yeah, when you hit something, most of the force will be transmitted into the other person, but at the same time, the reaction force can hurt your wrist and your elbow if it's not enough. Yeah, if the reaction force is greater or your opposing force is greater, like for example, like a hard fist. Yeah, it can hurt your wrist if this is not curled up. Some palm strike is more relaxed, more curl, so the shape is more concave, and then when it hits, then it flattens. And the fingers tend to be more relaxed. This will spread more energy, and the beauty of this one, the person receiving this can feel quite a stingy effect, quite painful effect. And also when the reaction force, the opposing force is not so, is easier to deal with without hurting your wrist and your arm so much. So normally when you do a Pat Sao, the slapping hand, it tends to open your fingers more and concave your palm strike. Yes. So personally, I like the concave action, because the concave action, if you look closely, the curvature of the palm fits very nicely to the curvature of your arms or the incoming curvature of the feet, very nicely. They absorb energy and also deflecting your energy away. Now the other palm strike, we call it a yanzheng. A yanzheng means first of all you have to arrive to a surface, then nudge in. Yeah, so it's a bit like an inch punch. Once you arrive to the surface, then you put your body behind it and you nudge in. The nudging in increase the force and then increase the penetrating force, and it will hurt your internal organs. So that's another type of a palm strike. Now there are in Wing Chun there are the Chanjiang. Now Chanjiang is like, remember earlier when the 0 degrees, 90 degrees of Wanjiang. Chanjiang is halfway in between, like a 45 degrees. And the impact surface, you split this palm in half. The bottom half is where you're hitting a target with. Like for example, hitting the jaw lines at 45 degrees. The Chanjiang spade hand. Why is it called a spade hand? Or a spade palm strike? Because you know the normal spade, you dig into the earth and you dig out the earth. So this bit, you hit the surface and you dig it out. That's why it's called a spade hand. With a partner, I'll explain that in more detail later. So anyway, that's one of the Chanjiang. So we got a Zhijiang, Wanjiang, Chanjiang, and a Yanjiang. That's enough for the palm strike. You also have a backhand, like a slapping hand. It's not really a palm strike, but it's part of the palm, so we will put that in as well. It's like you're slapping someone. Yeah, so forward slap, backward slap. Very similar to when you're playing a tennis or badminton, that sort of thing. Yeah. Apart from the palms, mostly that's all the palm strikes that you're likely to deal with. The palm strike is also very painful, and it can be painful. It can be kind to your opponent, which I'll explain in due course.